In this training tutorial, I am going to talk about how to set up CP1W-AD041 analog module on micro PLC. There are pretty much 4 steps to set up CP1W-AD041 analog module. Step 1, Wiring. Step 2, Input and Output Channel I/O allocation. Step 3, Write data to control words. Step 4, Read analog converted value from certain words. Important. When the current analog signal is in use, voltage input terminals must be short-circuited with current input terminals. Before we get started, it is important to go over some basic knowledge about Omron CP series micro PLC addressing. CP series micro PLCs are different Omron CJ and CS medium and large PLCs. Micro PLC are using fixed PLC addressing, not like CJ and CS that both have I/O table, so you can freely set up input and output PLC addressing. For micro PLCs, it is necessary to follow up the rules. Fixed PLC addressing. Inputs start from 0.00. Outputs start from 100.00. In this slide, we go over a little bit about Omron C series PLC memory structure as shown. CIO stands for chord memory area for inputs and outputs. W area for internal bits and words application, none data retained. H, holding area, R for internal bits and words application, but with data retentive. D, DM area, R for data storage for words only, except CJ2 PLC, which can only be used for word application, not able to be used as bit. Actually, the most important thing for setting up CP series analog is to assign correct PLC memory addressing for CP series analog input or output modules. In the CP series operation manual, you might have read some settings, always mentioned about M and N. What is M or N meaning in the programming manual? M indicates the next input word after the input word allocated to the expansion unit, expansion I/O unit, or CPU unit to the left of the current unit. N indicates the next output word after the output word allocated to the expansion unit, expansion I/O unit, or CPU unit to the left of the current unit. 006. In this slide, we quickly take a look what word will be assigned to the expansion unit. What is M? What is N? As last slide discussed, M is for input, main PLC input takes CIO word 0, 1, so the M will be 1. The same principle, N is for output, main PLC output starts from 100 and ends at 101, so the N will, 101. In this slide, we are talking about CP1W-AD041 analog module channel I/O allocation. From manual shows, CP1W-AD041 analog does required 4 words for each channel reading, which means the converted value will be read from those 4 words. In the meanwhile, also does require another 2 words for setting up the signal range, resolution, signal type etc. So it is very important to fully understand about how to assign input and output words for CP1W-AD041 analog module. In this slide, we are talking about how to 2 words to set up analog signal. Interestingly, as slide shown, it is necessary to utilize one single word to set up 2 analog inputs. So from right side, first digit is for analog input 1, second digit is for analog input 2. Bit 15 is for enabling the analog inputs. Fault finding. If current analog signal is in use, you must short voltage and current terminal together. If analog reading is 0, please check your software settings and hardware wiring. If analog reading is N32768, number 8000, which means open alarm occurred, so please check your analog sensor inputs wiring or power supply.